and welcome to our presentation of Psycho Off the Shelf. These motherfuckers that I'm here with this evening are fine gentlemen, I can attest. However, the man in the bottom right, I'm not sure.
Happy 4th of July, Julie.
This is my mother. Say hello.
Hello, mother.
We came woefully unprepared.
What is happening?
We should just leave.
It's kooky. I love it. When we were setting this up, I was like, yeah, I have something else I'm going to wear. And John's like, I hope you've got mother's wig. And I was like, unfortunately, it has nothing to do with Psycho. I just was going with the July 4th thing. But yeah, well, happy 4th of July, guys. It's early, but.
Wheels a shower in behind him.
Yeah, totally. Well, there you go.
Good.
I'm glad
Maddie,
that made it
perfect impression.
Yes.
Happy almost 4th.
I know, guys.
So my wife's grandmother came over for Sunday dinner, and afterwards we went and sat out on the back patio, and I had the TV set up out there. And
hey, Cammy.
What's up, Cammy?
What's up, Cammy?
Cammy.
Jaws.
Good evening.
So we watched all the way through Jaws, and then Jaws 2 rolls on, and I was like, oh, all right, girls, I got to go down and do my thing. And my youngest was like, but Jaws 2's on. We got to finish Jaws 2. I was like, all right, we'll finish it later. So,
oh, that's great.
Yeah.
I love it. That's good. Yeah, it's like there's so many things. If you think about July, it's kind of packed, you know what I mean, with like things that you should watch, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I've been holding off on I Know What You Did Last Summer, so that's going to be definitely like a third or a fourth thing, and then Jaws and Jaws 2, 3, you know what I mean? Maybe even The Revenge will, yeah. Look at Cammy. So this is already awesome. Cammy, did you catch the Matt in the Mask and me with my my slicker hat on? I hope you saw that. If not, we might have to reenact it just for Cammy. So
that's what sucks about doing that at the jump is we probably missed a few.
Yeah, I know, but that's all right.
But it was perfect, yeah.
It was fun.
No other way to bring that in.
So for those that are watching, we got a couple people on, but if people are watching this afterwards, this is Off the Shelf. This is a little thing that the Alone in the Dark podcast and Horror Dads, we kind of came up with the idea of doing these like live YouTube streams where we pick and talk about a movie and just have a fun discussion. And it's a reason, an excuse for us to hang out with our good buds, John and Jamie from the Horror Dads, and vice versa. So we've kind of been alternating on our YouTube channel, and then the next week we'll be on their YouTube channel. And it's just been a fun time so far, guys. How many movies? This is our what, fifth?
It's like our sixth, I think.
Is it six?
I think this is probably six.
All right, cool.
Yeah.
And then just to explain, Matt, explain how the
I've been logging them actually, so I think it is 6.
Oh, good. How does it work at the end, Matt? Explain that to everybody.
So at the end, someone has picked a film, someone who won the last one, right? And
that's me.
Yes, and that is Mike. So at the end of this episode, Jamie, John, and myself will be asking 20 questions. I guess we call it 20 questions, but as many questions as we can to ascertain what film Mike has chosen, and whoever wins, whoever guesses which one, then we will get to pick the following film.
Yes, and John, hey, what's up, bud? And John won last week, and he picked Psycho, and it was kind of like we were all racing to try to guess what the film was. It was kind of tough, but then I forget what you said that sort of let us off. And I think Jamie was just about to say it, or Matt was just about to say it. I think everybody was just about to say it, and I think I just jumped
I think it was
on
just the 60s period. It was like, that was it. That
I
was
know.
it.
We were in a race, and we were like,
Someone said Night of the Living Dead, and it was like, no. It was like, oh, crap, it has to be that one.
But did somebody ask if it was in black and white?
I think I asked if it was Hitchcock.
Oh, okay.
I think that was it. But the other tell here was the question came up of like, is it a slasher? Do they wear a mask? And if the answer is no, it's like Slumber Party Massacre? No.
Right. Yeah.
Psycho?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it was great because everybody in the chat was guessing too. It's like, it's just super fun. So
mask is a tricky question. I mean, dressed up, yes, but not a mask technically, right? I mean,
right. It's a wig.
It's a disguise.
It's a disguise. I guess you could ask that question. Does
it's
a
personality,
wear a disguise?
really, is what it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's an identity. You're putting on an identity.
Yes.
Hey, speaking of masks and Cropsy, which was the first one.
Yeah,
and like, this is not me busting your balls. This is actually a funny anecdote. My oldest daughter asked me if his name's Cropsy because it's one letter away from the word crispy.
That's actually really funny.
The letters. She's
That's
right.
Great. That's awesome. I love that.
It's really
That's
good.
great. Oh, somebody likes your shirt, Jamie.
Oh yeah, thank you.
Maddie Tobin.
From
There you
Maddie.
go.
Yeah.
Maddie Tobin special.
Awesome. So, John, tell us the reason. What was your thinking of picking Psycho? Like, was it to throw us off, or was it like an anniversary thing or anything? Or I'm trying to even think when it came out.
No, truly. And what's really funny is last week I knew I had the pick, but as is the format, we started talking about the prior week's movie first. And before, I think, yeah, because we had hosted and Maddie and I were on together first, and he had just hung that Birds poster behind him.
Ah.
And he's like making a big deal about, he's like, dude, doesn't this look good? And I was like, I came off as a total jerk because I was like, yeah, it's fine. And he's like, what, can you see the whole thing? And I'm like, yeah, it's cool. It's a good poster. And then at the end, I think Gavin came on and was like putting in the chat. He's like, sweet poster back there, Maddie. And we're like getting ready to the guessing portion of the segment. And I'm like, don't talk about it.
Oh my God.
So it was funny. But no, I to me, I have been in a big Hitchcock mode with actually both my kids. We've been watching a lot of Alfred Hitchcock Presents.
You mentioned that.
Yeah, Alfred Hitchcock Hour.
You doing it chronologically? You start at the beginning?
No, I started them as we talked about with that one episode that's like the one that was my entry to the show, and I think was probably my entry to Alfred Hitchcock in general, and inspired me to watch so many movies. But there's an episode called An Unlocked Window. It's like third, fourth season of Hitchcock Hour, and this is like the old ones, right, in the 60s.
It's the hour one, not the half. Yeah, not the shorter one.
Yeah, it's not Presents, it's Hour. And I showed that to them, and they were both like, how do we get more, right? So we've been watching through, they've seen Rear Window a million times, but we watched through North by Northwest, and we've been going through some of them. I'm not going to show them Psycho.
Don't show them Vertigo. They're not ready for that Psycho, that level of subtext.
But I will say,
That's a tough one, yeah.
My youngest particularly, like my neighbor walks over, and we're watching North by Northwest on the patio, and Luna, my youngest, is like this far away from the TV, and it's just like 40 minutes of dialogue in the center of that movie, and he's like, she's just like listening to these people talking these fake accents, and I'm like, I mean, she's like here for the like tensions being built through Hitchcock, through conversation, and through all these other devices.
Thornhill.
Yeah, exactly. But there's something that's still so captivating about it, and it was really, I know these are my kids, and the context around this type of thing is different coming from people that like emphasize it through life, I guess. But it's really great to know that there are kids that are my kids' ages that are interested in things that aren't just like flashy.
That's crazy, by the way. That's a big time minority. I'm glad there were some out there, but there can't be that many. Well,
so that's why I picked Psycho. That was a really long answer.
Well, it's interesting that you brought up that you've been watching Alfred Hitchcock Presents, because the crew of Alfred Hitchcock Presents helped Hitchcock make Psycho. They were the crew on Psycho. He brought them in.
I didn't know that.
Yes.
Which is
Yep. Because here's the thing. He came off of North by Northwest, which was a humongous, and Vertigo, two humongous productions, enormous budgets, over like $8 million or something.
Yeah.
He just wanted to shoot a quickie thing under $1 million. His crew was already in place, and just the guy
it was like 800,000, Matt.
800,000,
okay,
approximately, a little bit over that, yeah. But
you know what I love
on the cheap, and
you know what I love? He shot the entire film with a 50mm lens, not a single switch of a lens. So the whole movie was shot with a 50mm lens.
Yeah, and this was not the time where it was like, oh, we have to do this in black and white. In fact, the studio too, right, was like, no,
Universal didn't want it. This was a real weird production because it was distributed by Paramount.
What's up, Slasher Steve?
It's distributed by Paramount. It was produced by Shamley Productions, which is Hitchcock's own. This was money out of his own pocket. He literally had to pay for this because they wouldn't. So distributed by Paramount, produced by them, and it was filmed on the Universal lot. It's like you have all these people at the party completely like, and they're like, wait. He's building his like offices on Universal lot to like, wait, you're coming here and you're going to make a fucking under $1 million shocker? Like, you're not going to make a grand thriller picture that you've been making for the last 30 years? Now, what are you doing? Like, they didn't want that at all. Like, this is our inaugural film with you? Oh, crap. What did we do?
Paramount wrote this thing off. They were like, we're glad Universal's name is on this because this is going to be fucking terrible. Hitchcock himself pretty much hedged every bet, said, you don't even have to pay me to make this movie. I'll direct it for free.
Yeah.
I'll just take 60% of the gross of the GP of this film. and they're like, good, because this thing's gonna bomb. So
Yeah.
we made
And
out
get-
like bandits, and then
and
they got fucked.
Do you guys
Yeah.
know what the gross was?
I think 15 million, something like that. And then today it would be like
50.
Yeah, 50.
no, it would be something
50.
like I forget what the today's comparison would be, but
Yeah.
But he
It would have
pocketed-
been
he
like
pocketed-
over 180 grand or something, that or 180 million.
yeah, I
in
mean
today's
70
money.
cents.
Yeah,
70 cents for a film ticket back then, and he I
Wild.
think Hitchcock himself pocketed 15 million. I think that's where I got the number 15 from. I think
Can-
he personally.
Can we talk
Talk
about the marketing in this film? Because I think it's
Yeah.
brilliant.
I had that for the end, but yeah, let's go to the marketing. Sure.
I just think it's so smart that the fact that when people came in, there was all the signs up saying like, whatever you do, don't spoil the ending. And right, Matt, they wouldn't let people in if the
Yeah, they
movie.
wouldn't let people in, but there's also like they had recordings, so people waiting in the lobby, like they were like sheep waiting in there, and his voice came out like some kind of carnival barker, like just saying like
10
talking,
minutes
and
till
then
Psycho.
yeah, I know totally. And the best thing is he didn't make it. There was no trailer for this movie. There's not
Right.
at all. He
Yeah.
tagged on this 6-minute video of himself showing you around the grounds of the Bates Motel. And just like doing Hitchcock, basically doing what he does every week in his show, right?
Yeah,
Except
it's
making
like
it into the.
shtick. Yeah, he's like a
Yes.
comedian almost. You know what I mean?
So it's like today, he was like, people had to sit through like 20 minutes of his own advertisements for this movie that he shot actually at the end of the filming. After filming was done with the movie, he actually shot the things at the end so he would have while he still had his crew before
Right.
he dismissed them or whatever. But
Mhm.
and that's what they had. And then no critics got to see this movie, and I think that's why they lacerated this movie and they hated it because they felt cheated that they had to go with the mass public and watch it. And by the way, they had to be on time, or else they weren't going to get in either.
Yeah.
Who cares? And I think that's why critics were like, "Screw you, man," because he didn't make anybody special. You have to wait like everybody else
Right.
to go see this.
Yeah, yeah. Pretty
One
good.
of my
does
favorite
play-
anecdotes too is how he went and bought all the books.
Yeah, well, as many as he could. Right, as many as he
Was it
could, I guess.
Richard Block.
Yeah.
Robert Bloch, yes.
Robert.
Bloch.
Yeah.
And
Yep.
he went to like any local store that were selling Robert Bloch's novel.
Yeah,
He went and fucking had his production crew buy up so that people wouldn't know the ending.
that is
Or
like one of
know
my.
the big twist.
What's one of my like amazing, like most desired collectibles to get one of those life-size Hitchcock cutouts that he put in
Ooh.
front of the thing. I mean, you imagine how much that must cost.
Yeah, but
for
you
people
can
to
make
have
one,
those.
Matt. Probably. You know, I know to have an original, but that's.
Can you
that's-
imagine though? Oh my
Yeah.
god. That's
What
like-
So let me ask you, who has read the book? Anybody?
The book is so different.
I was going to ask you what's
I
the
perused
differences?
it's so different because he's a fat, like chubby, balding, 40-year-old guy, and he's not likable at all. And which is amazing that when he hired Joseph Stefano, the screenwriter, the first thing he did was and Hitchcock already knew, like they were talking about it. He wanted to hire, Anthony Perkins, but he said, he pitched it. He said, in order for me to get this job, he pitched it. He goes, let's start with Marion. Let's make this her story. And then Hitch started going, oh, we'll get an act, like we'll hire somebody, a star. They'll never, like, ideas just started, like,
Yeah.
it was just this kismet thing, these guys working together because it all worked for this particular story, right? Because
Right.
he never worked with Joseph Stefano again. They almost worked on Marnie, but it fell through. And then he ended up taking on the Birds after this. And Marty came back around, but the other guy was working on the Outer Limits or whatever, the screenwriter.
Mhm.
But it was amazing how he just basically took the book, and it's funny because he gets a lot of credit for the authorship of this. And meanwhile, poor Robert Bloch, it's like, I wrote this book, and it's called, Joseph Stefano is like the guy who gets credit. Oh, I wrote this. We wrote the screenplay, which
Yeah.
is very different because they abandoned it and they never went back to it. But the story is the same, and you go in the book, I mean, it has a lot of the same, it has a lot of what happens in the story, which we'll get to as we get through this. But I just want to say this. My mother was 11 when this movie came out, and her crazy freaking aunt took her and her two sisters to see this movie in 1960. And
11.
they came home, and my mother was absolutely terrified. So she's getting ready for bed. The same aunt that took her, dressed in a wig and with a big butcher knife, came upstairs where they were getting ready for bed and just scared them again.
That's amazing.
I mean, my mother got that.
Oh
Think
my
about that.
God.
That's what a memory. Like, she always
That's-
tells me about this. I'm like, oh my God.
The same night after they saw it, Matt.
The same night, yeah.
Oh
They
God!
were getting
Could
ready,
you
brushing their
imagine
teeth, getting their pajamas on,
the
or whatever. they were doing.
the screams that must have occurred. You know what I mean? That's
Crazy.
So cool.
My mom, I mean, she was 11. Like,
I
are you
love it.
kidding?
That
I
is insane.
You know what? John's been looking off screen. I just picture him on ChatGPT making like a graphic that he's gonna like pop on the screen or something.
Not there yet. I was actually trying to find one of Maddie's cutouts.
I do want
Oh,
to say, that's
that's cool.
awesome, John. I do want to say that I'm a Hitchcock, like I'm like obsessed, like
Yeah, I
pretty
know
much
you
with
are,
Hitchcock.
yeah.
I have
Yeah.
way too many things. I've done deep dive. I've probably seen like 40 out of his 53 motion pictures. I've probably seen about 40 something of them. I own several, of them. But
That was
when
the
you
other
said
reason
this, John, I was
picked
like, oh,
this, because Maddie, I know you and I have talked long hours over. Our
John,
love.
we're gonna do an episode. You and I are doing an episode on
Yeah.
Hitchcock.
We're gonna have to. We're definitely gonna have to. Yeah.
Alone in the Dads.
Alone in the Dads.
Alone in the Dads.
Well, we're gonna listen. This is people know by now, just being on here. We get together a lot, right? And we do like some different iterations and things, and we're gonna be cross habitating a lot, right? I just feel like we are, because we love, like you said, Mike. That's how our podcast started.
Yeah.
We wanted to make an excuse for hanging out, and that's
Yeah.
what we're doing.
That's it. You're talking about stuff. I just have to share this just because I think it's really cool. I got this VHS. It's the original MCA
Unreal.
copy of Psycho from a garage sale not too far from my house. It was probably like a couple miles away. It was just sitting there, and literally got it for I think $5. It was still in the plastic. I actually opened the plastic just to look at it. It's really heavy. It's one of those VHS tapes that's like super heavy, but look
Look
at
at
this.
that.
Look how clean this MCA version of Psycho is.
Somebody
Here's the
didn't know.
back.
that looks so good, dude.
Did you look
And,
up
like-
do you know how much it's worth? I'm just curious.
I'm not sure, but like it even has like the card inside and like the little pamphlet. And then, like I said, I have never played this, but I took it out. It's like super, I don't know why it's so heavy. If anybody knows why, let us know. But this was a steal. I remember texting it to you, Maddie, when I bought it. I think it was like probably 8 years ago. And I was just like, look what I just got for a steal. You know what I mean? It was really cool.
That's insane. It's just
Yeah.
insanely beautiful.
It's cool.
So talking about the book, right? We talked about the book before. I think this is one of the instances, like The Exorcist, like Jaws, really, and kind of you can really make an argument about The Shining, even though I don't agree, that where the movie becomes like the definitive rendering of this artistic property. Like, you know what I mean? Like, people don't talk about Robert Bloch's book; they talk
No.
about Hitchcock's movie. It
No.
becomes the piece. I mean, as much as Peter Benchley wrote Jaws, we know this off the top of our head. It's knowledge we know, but
Sure.
the movie is the definitive rendering of that property. The Exorcist, same thing. I mean, as good as William Peter Blatty's book is, right? So it's crazy. That doesn't happen a lot, but this is definitely one
It
of those
doesn't.
instances.
You're right. Like, think of like Dracula or Frankenstein, for example, right? Those are two of the most prolific.
I still think the books hold that. Would you agree? The book still
I
holds
agree.
the.
I
Okay.
think the book carries the torch there.
Yeah, definitely. I agree.
And you've pick your property. Like, it's been done and redone, and had every opportunity to eclipse the original story, but it hasn't. I would
No.
say. That's a really fascinating concept.
It's
So
unique, right?
When did everybody see Psycho for the first time? I'm just curious.
I don't even know when I have no idea.
Yeah.
It's not like a core memory of seeing it for the first time. I just kind of feel like
I was a
Uh,
teenager.
it's just in there. You know what
Yeah.
I mean?
I was definitely a teenager. My stepmom, when she had moved in with us, I remember we went through like all the Hitchcocks together. So I would say,
Jurassic Park. Yeah.
yeah, probably 16, 17, 15, 16, 17, somewhere in there was probably my first interaction with it. And the moment wasn't a core memory, but the movie is. I know that
Yeah.
sounds weird to say.
Yeah.
No. Yeah. I get it.
Slasher Steve made a good point that Jurassic Park would be in there too, as far as the books that everybody thinks of the movie.
Yeah,
Obviously,
Michael Crichton's book is not the first thing you think of. Yeah.
yeah, I haven't read that book either, but I'd like to someday. I think that'd be kind of interesting. I
Just
wonder
like
how-
Congo,
yeah.
Congo. Oh, jeez. I remember going to see that and going, wait a minute.
So Matt, you were in high school, teenager.
Yeah, I was teen. I mean, my mom was showing me the Beatles. Basically, I discovered Rubber Soul and Hitchcock almost simultaneously. So it kind of like the cultural, really good art kind of hit me
Yeah.
all at once.
That's cool. Nice. Yeah, it was probably high school for me as well. Oh, what do we got here?
Oh, sorry, what?
That's great. What was your directive? Like, make it.
Please. What
was
would you put?
This is the best part.
That's great.
Look at this.
That's awesome.
It looks like
teeth.
Samara. Samara's in the
Teeth.
shower.
Oh my gosh. So,
That's
but
awesome.
sorry, Mike, you were saying high school for you too?
Yeah, high school, and then college was really the time that I dove into Hitchcock. You know what I mean? Like just being into films and filmmaking and stuff. I just like everything. I just devoured Hitchcock. You know.
I remember I had a class where we screened it because I asked, and the teacher was like, "All right, if you want to watch it, then bring it next week. We'll watch it as a class and we'll talk about it. But you got to write your end of the year paper on it." I was like, "Okay." So like I have a legitimate paper on this film specifically. On
No,
Psycho.
that's so cool.
Yeah.
You still have the paper?
Yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
I definitely have a printed copy, and it's got to be somewhere digitally too. I'll see if I can find it digitally, Maddie. I'll send it to you.
Oh, that's cool. I'll send you my letter I wrote to Alyssa Milano and her fan club.
Jesus.
Same amount of research.
Matt, you're sending that to me, and I'm gonna post it on Instagram.
There's no way I am ever sending
Come
that to
on,
anyone.
come on.
Wait, did
Man,
you
it's
actually
so
send
bad.
one?
No, I wrote one. I never sent it.
Oh,
Thank-
okay.
Thank God. I would have been arrested.
Matt, we gotta do like a live reading of you reading that letter in
There's
your like
no way,
teenage
dude.
voice. Come on, dude.
All right, back to Hitchcock. We need to
Maybe
go
that's a
back to Hitchcock
Patreon
here.
exclusive, Matt. Come on, dude. That would be great. That might bring some people over.
The promise of that?
I think so, dude. That's gonna bring all the peeps. You know.
So what do you guys think of the fact that Hitchcock calls this a black comedy?
Oh God, I don't
He
agree
does.
with
He
that.
said he thinks he considers it the blackest of comedies.
He can
here's
call it
the-
whatever he wants, but
I would say, well, okay, so I have two answers to that question, Maddie.
Yeah.
My first is the terminology slasher didn't exist when this came out, right?
Nope.
mhm.
A lot of people say this is the first slasher.
I mean, Peeping Tom was right around the same time, but I don't think that was on many people's radars as far as Michael Powell's film wasn't really on the same wavelength as Psycho was, but.
And so that's my first comment. My second comment is Hitchcock, if you watch particularly old stuff, like you could tell this dude, like for as many films as he made over the course of what was it, 5-6 decades,
Yeah.
he clearly, if he wasn't a theater guy in terms of being involved in producing on that side, he was a student of the theater. So if you think of like the theatric, like you have comedies, you have tragedies, right? Like you've got two lanes you can go down.
And we all know that there's a very thin line between.
Incredibly thin line. So the Shakespearean, like the traditional, like old English, like perspective, I'm sure in his mind he was like, no, by definition, this is a comedy, not a tragedy.
Yeah.
So I would say,
I think Ari Aster, a guy like that today, would agree with that.
yeah,
Mm.
You
yeah,
can see him having that sensibility.
Yeah.
Because he thinks Hereditary is a black comedy. So.
There's not one comedic element to that film.
Yeah, but the guys who make it, like, you know what I mean? They always see something. There's always
Yeah.
something there that they can point to, or the way you can look at it. I don't know. I just think it's
Here-
crazy to think of, but
I wouldn't say there are elements of like comedic undertone necessarily in Psycho, but the way that the Norman Bates character presents himself, it is almost like comedically sad. Like when you look at it, you kind of smirk. You're like, oh, this poor guy. Like the way he like if you had that interaction with him and left and you didn't have the shower experience, right? And you just like drove on your trip and you were like, I stayed there for a night and I interacted with that guy that night and then again the next morning and then you're in the car. Like he's probably the butt of your joke the rest of your trip. You're like, oh, don't be like Norman.
Yeah.
Do you want another toasted cheese sandwich or whatever the hell. Like, so I can see how you can extract that to an extent, I suppose.
But how about this, though? I mean, the fact that he's notoriously like actors are cattle and didn't care about performances. His camera was absolute, all those things. And he makes this little movie and just throws it out there. And these are the two of the best performances in his whole entire catalog. He ends up with two of the best performances. That is insane.
It is.
That is absolute insanity to think of it that way.
Yeah.
Because these performances are between Janet Leigh and Anthony Perkins. They're next level performances.
Yeah, Anthony Perkins' ability to kind of like oscillate between being like nervous and lacking
Shy.
confidence and shy and timid, and then he has those moments of like authority and command. You're like, whoa, this is weird. The way that he's able to weave in and out of that.
Yeah.
That to me, that like, if you're a younger person, again, I haven't showed this movie to my kids, but Hitchcock can do this through directing scenes and through directing people. that to me is so haunting, and it's something that you don't even hear. It's just something you feel. Like you feel it emit from the
I
scene.
feel like he's putting. See, it's so funny because you could look into this so many ways. He's putting on almost a performance when he's being like that, because he seems like he genuinely is the shy, coy dude, sensitive guy. But then since he puts personalities on, like he's almost putting on the tough, rough, because he does it a couple of times with Janet Leigh, but then he softens again. So it's almost like that's not really who he is, and like he was almost apologizing for it, right? It's weird the way that, but that's so layered, and it's amazing how you put that off, because that could blow up in your face and go really badly if you don't have an actor who could do that.
Yeah.
I would love to. Sorry, Mike.
No, go ahead.
This is the last thing I'll say. I'll shut up for a minute. The scene where Janet Leigh arrives and he's being shown the room and everything. He's walking around, which again, like, this is like a 300 square foot room that has a bed, and you're giving a tour. Red flag number a million. But so they walk in the room, and he's like, yep, okay, so here's the bed. And then he points to the bathroom. He's like, over here. And he doesn't say the word bathroom. Like,
he's like embarrassed. Like, it's almost like it's like dirty.
Yes.
Yeah. And I want to see how that's written in the script.
Well, look at his bedroom later on. And when they show his bedroom, it's like a 5-year-old's bedroom.
Yeah,
right?
That's true.
It's like he never grew up. He's stunted at that age. He never grew past into the emotional complexities of being an adult.
Yeah.
Right?
John, my question to that is that where his people was in the bathroom, or no?
No, it was on the wall next to the bathroom, I think.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it was.
It's in the office, wasn't it?
I just didn't know if in his mind it was like, I don't want you to find my people.
No, it was.
Yeah, good. That's a good point.
I think it was straight up like, that's where the bad happens. And the thing I know about that I can't talk about, that I won't talk about, that I need to kind of repress down.
Yeah, let's keep that hidden. Yeah.
The bad happens, including like showing a toilet on screen for the first time and flushing.
Maddie, one of the things that fascinated me the most was that a flushing toilet on camera was like unheard of.
I know.
The studio was like taken aback that he would even think about it.
They gave him notes. Are you kidding me? You're right.
The fact that they're pissed about that and not mad about the fact that she had to write on a piece of paper 40,000 minus 3,000 equals 37,000. It's like, clearly 40 minus 3 is something you can calculate in your head, no matter how old you are, no matter what year it is.
But I like how he wrote it in. I'm sorry, Mike. Yeah, go ahead.
No, I just was jumping kind of back. Am I correct that when he goes to get the key for the room, doesn't he go to grab a different key and he stops?
He does, yeah.
And then he grabs the other key. So if you think of just like you were talking about sort of the layers, Matt, like think of the layer.
One of him wanted to not give him the room next to it and not do it, right? Exactly.
Right.
Yes.
Like he was almost like conflicted in that moment. And it's
really
like the way that Perkins plays that is like unbelievable. It's
You're right.
So cool, you know?
Just those little things add so much. I mean, no, people don't think of this. The painting he removes to spy on her is in the painting. It's about guys that are watching a woman bathe. Like, it's crazy.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
It's nuts.
Wow, that's cool.
I mean, nobody would ever know. I mean, that's just geek speak. But I mean, but you think about how layered that is. That's kind of cool, though.
That is really cool. Yeah. And you know, we have to mention. Obviously, we'll get to the shower scene, but like the fact that this is like, I'm curious if this happens in the book, if Marion dies right away, but like the fact that we have this sort of established, everyone who went and saw this movie was like, there's no way, this is our lead character, she's not going to die. And then the shock of everybody when they see her die and they're like, wait, what? You know what I mean? It's crazy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let's go through this because I think there's a lot. There's so much here. I mean, like I said, I have way too many things to say about this, and I'm not going to say them. But I do it. I don't want to be the one who's just talking the whole time. It's really boring and stupid.
No,
but,
you're very versed in this, Matt, so it's important.
Well, no.
I was expecting you and John to pretty much take the helm on this because you guys are Hitchcock freaks. Mike, I didn't know that you were as well, but...
Oh, man.
Yeah, no, I was just big film school. You know, if you're in film school, obviously Hitchcock is huge. Like one of my favorite movies is Rope. I don't know if you guys have ever seen Rope, but that's
it's so good.
I love Rope. It's so good because
it's a play. It's more of a play, but it works.
But the way it's shot and everything, it's like, you know, it's all shot from one camera, and it's like it looks like it's a oneer, but
when the reel's ending, he goes into something. Or,
it's so cool. But anyway, continue, Matt.
No, not continuing. I was actually going to hang my Vertigo in North by Northwest and be like, look at what a Hitchcock game. I'm like, no, I'm not. I'm not going to do that. So what's really impressive, John's laughing. So do you think honestly this is like, is this your favorite? Do you think this is Hitchcock's best film? Honestly.
No, I don't think it's his best film. And
I think it's his most creative. Like in the sense of how simple it is. You know what I mean? And just.
And I don't even know if it's his most successful movie. I think it may be, but to me, it's most successful at manipulating the audience. Like, he didn't direct this film; he directed the audience in this movie, which I think is so what he set out to do by making this, like, quote unquote shocker, which he'd never done before.
Right.
I think he's been doing it his whole career, like trying to direct the audience. But I think this film, it really coalesced into, wow, he was like a puppeteer, and he was manipulating people's reactions and emotions, however he wanted to. You know what I mean?
I totally agree. And the fact that, I mean, I can't think of many. I can think of stories that do this, and the fact that I have to think and that they're few and far between indicates what an anomaly it is. But the fact that our central character, so, you know, we talk all the time about the MacGuffin, right? And the object or the thing that the story centers around, it's the kind of the object of obsession, right? So in the most obvious version of that is Strangers on a Train, you got the lighter, right? So that's like the easiest version of the MacGuffin to think of.
Yeah.
And in this movie, I think
it's uranium in Notorious. The bottle, uranium in the wine bottles in the basement, in the wine cellar or whatever.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And in this movie, I think it's her. I think it's Marion, right? So
or the $40,000. Yes.
Yeah, the money.
I think essentially would be the yes.
Yeah, the money leads to her obviously
right.
dying. So yeah.
But the fact that we spend 30 minutes, 35 minutes with this strong central female lead, and you're like, all right, well, what's she doing? What's going on here? And then that happens, and you're like, oh my god, like what?
Yeah.
Who's the main character?
Right.
Is there a main character in this movie? And then you realize it's Norman.
Right.
And that's crazy because your first act basically doesn't have him. You're introduced to him in the second act of the film, and that's your main character.
It's like a 30-minute cold open. You know what I mean?
Okay,
like,
so
if you think about it.
There's a reading of this movie. Okay, I'm going to give you an alternate reading of this film. You're sitting in this movie in 1960. You didn't see all the hoopla outside in the thing. You didn't hear Hitchcock's voice and see the thing. You just walked into the movie, right? You're watching this movie. Girl entangled in a relationship fraught with passion in the beginning, right? She's got her and Sam.
Yep.
He's married. He's in debt.
I'll lick the stamps, Maddie.
I'll lick the stamps, exactly. Yeah. But I'm not doing this anymore. I'm not doing this hotel thing anymore. I have respect for myself, right? So but she's in love with him. She's more in love with him than he is with her. There's no question in my mind, right?
Of course.
She steals the money for him to be with him, to help him, all that stuff.
Yeah.
So, girl, impassioned in a really complicated relationship.
Sam Loomis.
She steals the money, goes off to build a life with Sam. She gets sidetracked due to bad weather, pulls into the Bates Motel, where she has a meet cute, essentially, with a shy, sensitive, aloof owner, Norman Bates.
Yeah.
This is where I am so far. I'm 30 minutes in the movie. Essentially, at that point, you can go, there's a love triangle, and who's Marion going to wind up with at the end of the movie? Who is she going to choose? This is a goddamn romantic comedy. It is. At that point in the movie, if you don't know anything else. Now, the film's called Psycho. You walked into something. You know, you're anybody who's anybody. But imagine, just encapsulate that little thing. It could be, for the first 30 minutes, it could be.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, that's why it was so important to Hitchcock that doesn't get ruined, because it was pivotal that hit you.
That be what you think it is. So you don't know exactly what he's going to do. Yeah, Jamie, that's a great point. He wants to lead you down that path.
Yeah, for sure. And not to get ahead of myself, but I love that you can see the influences that all the movies we love now that came out in the 90s and in the 2000s draw a direct fucking influence from Psycho, right? Even if movies that come out now that don't realize that they're riffing off Psycho, they think they're riffing off Scream or something, that was riffing off... I'm not saying ripping off, I'm saying riffing off Psycho. It's like... You hear a band now that is directly like if Metallica didn't exist, they wouldn't exist. But that's because 3,000 bands have existed that sounded like Metallica in some
No, you're
sort
right.
of way
Because
through.
before this, what was horror, Jamie? Horror was foggy place in this impenetrable castle, dark at night with supernatural creatures. Hitchcock went, no, It's the guy next door with mother issues, and he's really nice, and you don't know what the hell he's doing when he's not really nice. You don't know what he's doing up in that house that's connected to the hotel. It's the modern slasher. Like you said, everything comes from this because everything before this was so creature oriented, or Dracula, or whoever, Abbott and Costello meet whomever.
This isn't a William Castle film or a Hammer film.
Exactly.
Yes, that's a good point.
I love the whole beginning, even the exposition. Mike, you talk about this all the time because you're a filmmaker. And I think I don't know what you guys think, and I want your thoughts on this. When Janet Leigh is driving, and basically she's imagining what the dialogue is as she's going. Like, it tells the story of, oh my God, she stole the money. And it's all her reacting without saying a word, but you're filling all this stuff. And instead of, you could have had scenes where they cross-cut back to the thing, right? And then, you see her boss, and the oil guy comes back in and goes, where's my money? Well, how come it's not deposited? They could have had all that.
Yeah.
But they skipped all that, and they just have that, that shot in the back. What do they call that? A rear projection or whatever?
Yes.
And she's driving, and bam. I don't know what you guys think, but I think it's a great time saver to get her.
I
It's her
think so,
story.
too. Yeah.
Keep it there.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean the way this story, it's like a carpet.
But weird too at the same
unrolled.
time.
The setup to this is like, I mean, I wouldn't say any Hitchcock film is fast-paced. Again, it's centered around dialogue, character development, story development. That's how tension's built, right? It's not jump scares. This is real, thoughtful suspense. Like, watching my kids feel nervous during Rear Window, which is not a scary film. It's a more of a thriller, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
it's a suspense film. Yeah.
And feeling them feel that, for me, has been so almost like validating of, like, I revere the way these films have impacted me, because I feel that's, I don't want to say the right way to do movies, but like, I feel like that's a super effective way, a classy way, a thoughtful way. It's not cheap, right? It's like, it's really, really thoughtful. So like the rollout of this movie.
Yeah, he threw that convention in the garbage, though. He completely threw it out and just has her steering, and you're listening to it. It's compared to other movies that are around, it's so different and weird. People are probably like, "What the frig is going on with this?"
Right.
But it's really amazing.
And
what
it
did.
serves a great purpose of just getting right to the story and getting her at the Bates Motel. You know what I mean? It's great.
And it's because he introduced these like really strong throwaway characters. The boss. Oh, it's fresh milk. That guy, like,
fresh milk. But what did that guy say? You know what I do with unhappiness? I buy it off. And that freaking sparked that thing right in her eye. Oh, okay. I'm unhappy. Sam's unhappy. We're generally unhappy in our couples if we can't be together. I'm going to buy off my unhappiness. Thank you for giving me that idea, Mr. Cassidy, Mr. Groper, oil man with all this
4 minutes of screen time,
in
right?
cash.
And then and think of the importance and the significance of that role, of that character. Like, it's the springboard, it's the lily pad that, like, the story jumps off from. So like that, when you asked the question earlier, Mike, like, why Psycho, it's elements like this, like the parts of the movie you don't even realize are as impactful as they are, and you could watch it 1,000 times and be like, oh God, like that, I didn't realize the importance of that or the significance of that, because it is so, there's this, like, I feel art that's made now, you almost have to explain why the joke's funny. You almost have to explain why it's scary. Like, the audience is catered to too much. And I feel like Hitchcock had no, like, not just him, but movies from this era, there was no interest in that. It was like, no, if you miss it, that's on you. And I'm sorry that you missed it. I don't give a shit. I'm going to tell the story this way. If you don't feel the tension, that's a you problem. The tension's here. And that's like what is delivered to you every single time you sit down for whatever he's trying to, get across in whatever movie.
Sure.
I mean, the amazing thing is it's the film, the commentary on watching, right? Everyone's watching in this movie. It's voyeuristic in every way. Like the cop is the creepiest freaking guy.
Oh yeah.
That first shot of him in the window with his glasses on.
Oh, he looks fake.
It's menacing.
Yeah. It's
so he's watching. Norman's watching. The freaking stuffed birds are watching. And not only are they watching, they know what Norman has done and what he's going to do. And basically his guilt is reflected in their eyes. So it's like serial killers, how you want to get, eventually they give away little clues because they want to get caught, essentially.
They want to get caught, yeah.
And that's Norman. Like, he's caught up in this whole thing, and the birds know, even though they can't say a word, right?
Yeah.
but again, caught in their traps. The whole thing that they set up later on. But he turns. The best part of the voyeuristic thing is the audience. You are complicit in all of this guilt because you are watching and you are loving every second of this, and that's part of what he does. He brings you into being complicit for the murders and watching and enjoying and voyeuristically going, oh, all right, and and coming for this. That's what it's. So it's comment on watching horror movies, basically. It's amazing.
Totally. Did Block base this on Ed Gein, right? Is that correct?
Yes, exactly. This is another one. This and Chainsaw and Silence of the Lambs, if you want to make the argument there, all have that root, right? It's pretty crazy.
Did you guys see that that show about Ed Gein? Because it was it was cool
Jack
how
Teller.
but they linked in all of the people that they showed like them making Texas Chainsaw, right? And then they showed them making Psycho. Like it was really cool how they linked all the influences that Ed Gein had on Hollywood. And
I forgot there was like an episode with Hitchcock. With
that's right.
Yeah,
it was really clever. It was cool.
It was cool.
Yeah.
What was the show called, Jamie?
Monster.
Yeah, I think it was just Monster.
Like it wasn't a perfect show in my opinion.
Is this the Netflix thing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
With Charlie Hunnam.
Yeah. It wasn't great, but like I loved all the tie-ins, like we just talked about. I thought that was really cool.
And like I didn't hate it. There were people who were straight up trashing it. I didn't love it. I didn't hate it, but
that's
I'm glad I watched it.
I remember this now because I remember my neighbor was like Ed Gein, and he was talking about him, and I had conflated Ed Gein with Ed Kemper. Another complete opposite, because he was charismatic and big and like confident and strong.
Was Kemper the guy with the clown makeup or no?
No, that was
Gacy.
John Wayne Gacy.
Kemper was the one who was like tall, like 6'6" or 6'7".
Did you watch Mindhunter, Mike?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's like the focus.
He's the main guy that like helped them and stuff, right?
Yeah.
And he had like his voice was like, yeah, you need to go find this girl in the ditch.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly, Mike.
Give me these stockings. I'm gonna go jerk off in the corner.
He was the
while
guy.
you
Yeah.
Watch. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah,
He was the guy that was like, if you didn't know any better, you'd be like, do I like this guy?
Yeah. Kind
No,
of.
that's what I mean. And Ed Gein could not have been any more opposite because he was like meek and
nobody liked that. Yeah. He was
antisocial. Yeah.
Yeah.
I listened to this really good podcast that I think everyone should check out if you're into Hitchcock.
It's called the Alone in the Dark podcast.
Yeah. It was called Inside Psycho.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, I listened to it.
That was a great one.
Maddie,
same guy who did Inside Star Wars, Inside Jaws. He did great. That guy's. I keep looking every time.
This is the only one I've listened
wish
to,
you
so
would
I'll
do
have to dig
more.
in
Oh,
deeper.
Jamie, you have to. It's absolutely amazing the way he pieces the story together.
Yeah.
It's
So cool.
insane.
Yeah. Why did he stop?
I don't know.
I think
Because he worked with Wondery. Wondery was the platform he was blasting
Wondery.
from.
Inside Mac and Me, I think is the one he's working on right now.
Oh, maybe that's why it's his epic. Yeah.
It's taking a long
That's
time.
the one I've been waiting on.
But Jamie, I'm so glad you brought that up because that is a really great place. If you want to really find out more, it's a great place to start.
Totally. Yep.
I haven't listened to that. I gotta check that out.
Oh,
Oh,
dude.
boys,
Yeah, John.
what
that
about-
The Jaws one is so good.
I don't know if you noticed this, but Carpenter totally ripped this off. When Jamie, I'm calling her Jamie Lee. When Janet Lee, when Marion goes to this used car lot to trade the car in because she's very nervous and she wants to get rid of the car and get another one and be discreet and hide and run away. There's a shot where she keeps looking over her shoulder, and he gets out of the car and he's leaning against it, just like Michael Myers at school when Laurie's in the classroom. He's standing over against the car. I swear to God, it's like almost identical.
That's
funny.
funny.
Carpenter was like, I'm borrowing that right there. Like
That's
that is
cool.
the shot. But it's insane how much it reminds me of Michael Myers standing there looking.
That's great. Can we got to talk about the shower scene because I think it's this and the ending, which is like kind of the two big, the big stuff that's kind of a conversation piece. But
well, leading into that, Mike, real quick, the one line that Robert Bloch wrote in his novel is, "I think perhaps all of us go a little crazy at times."
Oh, there you go.
And Joseph Stefano's line is way better. I'm sorry, we all go a little mad sometimes.
Yes.
Is infinitely better.
It is.
If
It
you
is.
ask
Way
me.
better.
Mudnuts,
But
what's
the
up,
line
buddy?
is there. The line is there in another iteration. It is there.
Yeah. So the shower scene took 7 days to film. I don't know if you guys know that.
Yeah, Janet Leigh was there for 3 weeks to film, and that took 1/3 of her time on the set.
Wait,
It's just the
7
show.
days?
7
Yeah,
days.
7.
78 camera setups. all
45
with-
seconds of screen time.
Yep, and it's 52 cuts. So I think it's the kind of thing that I think there's a debate on whether Hitchcock came up with it or it was the DP.
Yeah,
came up
no,
with
it's not the DP. It's
Oh, it's
freaking
the
Saul
editor?
Bass. It's
Saul
the guy who did the
Bass.
title sequences.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
He did North by Northwest.
Did he storyboard it
He
for him or something?
He let him storyboard some of it, but then Saul Bass literally took sole credit for doing the whole entire sequence, and everybody, included Janet Leigh and all the other production people on the thing, were like, "No, he didn't. That's not Saul Bass's work."
Right.
Like he worked with him or whatever, but it's not fully hit. Like it's nonsense.
No, that seems like a Hitchcock thing to say we're going to do it this way, and this is we're going to do 72 camera setups.
But that guy literally took credit for it.
Yeah, that's bullshit.
So this is you're saying the title sequence of like the
blocks, the blocks coming in Psycho. Yes, it's really creative,
like
really creative.
He was like
guy.
the graphic artist, and
yes,
he, I think Hitchcock said, "I need you to storyboard some sequences for."
It's like if you've seen Catch Me If You Can by Spielberg, it has the same kind of Saul Bass
very 60s
the whole throwback sequence of it. I don't know if it actually was Saul, if he was still alive at that time. I don't know if that was actually him or not. I got to look into that. But you're right, Mike. All this stuff for 7 days.
Yeah, crazy.
By the way, in the novel, do you know he cuts her head off after he kills her?
Oh, really?
Yeah, he cuts her head off. And
what's up, Zach?
Zach, what's up?
Hitchcock goes, "It's Janet Leigh. We can't cut her head off, old boy." He said to the screenwriter. He's like, "Hitch, what do we want to do here?" He's like, "Well, we can't cut Janet Leigh's head off." So.
Oh, that's funny. That's great.
The blood was chocolate syrup, right?
Yes.
Bosco.
Yeah. That's
Bosco.
so cool.
Yes.
Yeah, they tried. I think they tried a couple different things, and then they realized, obviously, because it's black and white, it's not going to matter. And they were like, let's just go with, something. The consistency was right. Was the Bosco?
I think it popped more on screen too than blood did. Than the
You're right, Jamie. That's why.
Yeah.
It's amazing. The screenwriter went to Hitchcock at one point, and there was a shot where I don't know if they filmed it or not. I think actually they did film it. It's an overhead shot after Janet Leigh's killed, right before the eye pullback scene. We were driving down. Oh, there we go.
I just had to.
That's where you were, says Mike. We were driving indeed.
Well, you have a slicker.
You got a slicker?
Slicker.
Slicker. So
the score.
No, go ahead. I'm not gonna.
Bernard Herrmann.
Shower scene.
Yeah.
Oh,
I mean, it's wonderful throughout, but like during the shower scene, particularly, Mike, which I know is what you wanted to discuss here, it's when it's most punctuated, I think. And like during that scene, Mike, with the eye, or Maddie, as you were saying.
Oh, just that.
Slow, like that pull down, and it's like bum bum.
Yes.
Bum bum.
Oh,
yes.
God.
So he doubled his salary, by the way. He paid Bernard Herrmann twice when he saw what he did. Hitchcock literally doubled his salary on the spot.
Yeah.
Wow.
I thought that's kind of cool.
I
thought that was really cool.
Yeah, because he didn't have to do that, but he was so impressed. He just said, "Hey, we're gonna show you some love."
But it's so funny. He showed it.
Robert Blockoff on the rights.
Yes.
Burn.
Robert, any of the books I bought to get off the shelf, I'm going to take the commission on those.
Right.
I'm going to pay Bernard.
Well, he also paid him $9,000 for the movie rights because Robert Block had no idea who it was buying the rights. So he's like, 9,000 sounds good to me. And then
$9,000
Hitchcock. Yeah. He was fucking pissed.
He was like, "God damn it!"
Exactly. Yeah.
$9,000.
Could you imagine?
Which at the time was decent money, but not what
not what he could have
nowhere
gotten.
near what he should have.
Yeah, because Hitchcock would have paid probably more. Once he was like set on doing it, he was like, "I have to have this story."
But it's funny because Hitchcock's wife was watching the cut after the shower scene, and she's like, "You can't print this." And he's like, "What are you talking about?" And she goes, "Janet swallows, like in the shot. She I guess her neck must have
moved a little bit,
seen, like the little and he had to shoot that shot again because." He's like,
funny.
we can't go with that, like, because he was obviously perfectionist.
Yeah, I think there was a blink in there as well.
Yeah, there may have been a blink as well.
That's
one
great.
Of the takes.
Oh, that's hilarious. I love that. That's.
Do you think the lore of her saying she wouldn't take a shower for years was real?
I think that's publicity.
Yeah, I heard.
I read her book. I read her book.
Baths are more vulnerable in a shower, if you ask me.
Yeah.
This is her book.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
it's called
Behind
the Scenes of the Classic Thriller. I read the whole thing this week, actually.
Did you really?
Yeah, I did. I read 2 books on Psycho this week.
Damn.
Oh,
what was
that's
the other
so
one?
cool.
The other one was this one. Alfred Hitchcock and the Making of Psycho by Stephen Rebello. This is a really good
Cool.
one. Mike, I got this at the Book Pit. This was $5 back in the Book Pit.
Back in the day. That's awesome.
Yeah.
Love that.
So the Janet Leigh book was all about her experience with Psycho?
Yeah, she tells the story, and she had a really, really good experience on the set, whereas women always kind of, you hear horror stories about how he became obsessed with women, and he was, I guess, for all intents and purposes. But Janet Leigh, they had a very respectful, she said, she didn't feel like he, it inhibited her the way he didn't treat actors. She's like, he left it up to you and he trusted you, ultimate trust to do what you do, and not direct the hell out of you. And she goes, I felt free to doing that, and I'll find my own motivation. She's like, I don't need to direct it. I was like, she had a lot of really cool things to say.
That's
it was
awesome.
kind of interesting.
And he didn't give her a hard time about the lack of the fact that she didn't want to do any nudity. He didn't really give her a hard time. And
no. She was asking him, and he was like, "No, you don't have to go." No, and they got a body double, and they had a nudist come in and do the whole thing. And by the way, did you notice that her at the beginning she's wearing a white bra, and then she steals the money, she's wearing a black bra?
No, I never noticed that.
I did. My stepmom was the one that mentioned that to me.
Yeah, that's a fact for sure.
That's something women would notice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait a second.
How do you make that mistake though? That's like such a huge
no. Because she was good in the beginning, and after she does the deed, she's now this stain on her character. So she's wearing a black bra.
Then
symbolic.
that's cool.
Yeah, I never
like
knew
that.
about
That
was
is really cool.
10 Things I Hate About You? Isn't that where they're talking about women's?
Yes. He's like he goes. What's his name? Gordon Levitt goes into they're snooping on what's her name's room.
Yeah.
She's like, well, she wants to have sex someday, and he's like, why do you say that? She's like, when a girl has black panties, that's what they.
Yes, that's right.
And then he's like,
let's
go. Can we go in your bedroom? She's like, no.
I love that movie, Mike.
That's a great movie.
That's a Mike movie through and through, dude.
Oh, I love that.
That is an amazing movie.
Yeah, a lot of my
bikini raincoats. What are they called?
Bikini
Kill, Raincoat Kills, or something
like that.
It's Bikini Kill, I think.
No,
Bikini Kill and the Raincoats.
Yes, that's it. Yeah. Which is the one band, the Raincoats, I think the Raincoats is the letters to Cleo.
Really?
In the movie.
In the movie?
Yeah,
they do the end. They do the song on the end on the roof at the end.
Yeah, but they play at the party
band in that club.
Hear me out.
Yeah, that's
the one in the club that he takes her to. Yeah.
Boston's own.
We can do a cover band here. We got a lot of musicians on this call, and we can call it the Slickers, Mike.
The Slickers.
Slicker. We gotta spell it. We gotta spell it like that though. Slicker.
The Slickers.
Oh boy. All right. So.
Well, how about this? Go ahead, Mike. Where do you want to go next? I want to just say that the most amazing thing to me in this movie is that Marion dies. She's killed in the shower, as we just discussed.
Mm-hmm.
And how impossible it is to now transfer your affection or your care to Norman's character. That is an absolute impossible feat.
It is.
And that's exactly what he does, because when he's pushing the car down into the swamp, the car stops for a second. You're like, wait, the audience is like, no, he has to get away with this. Why is the car stopping? Why doesn't it go down and hide his crime? It's crazy, but he's now transferred the empathy somehow to his character, and that's nuts.
Well, yeah, because as the audience, you don't think he killed her. You think that
but he's covering it up. He's still covering it up.
He's still covering it up, but you kind of feel bad because his mother has been, overbearing and sort of controlling. You know what I mean? And
no, for sure.
And he doesn't have a life.
1960, by the way, the time of life when it was like, oh, you're not feeling emotionally well today. Did you try not being a pussy?
Yeah, exactly.
That was the the perspective then, right? And even when the shoe drops at the end, I still feel, we'll talk about the end here in a little bit, but I still feel wow, this person's
poor guy.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, you kind of do.
Terrible.
And by the way, the other magic trick is how, even though she's dead, you never stop thinking of Marion the whole entire movie.
That's true.
That's amazing.
Stays with you. Yeah.
That's why I say she's the MacGuffin, because she's the object, she's the center, and I know it's not I feel like in every other story it's an object, and here I'm not trying to say that she's an object by any means, but I feel like she's the
object of tragedy for sure.
She's the focal point.
Think about it. She was going to go back and return the money. She was going to get out of her trap because Norman inspired her. You're not stuck. He basically talked her out of going through with this. She was ready to go.
She was not being swooned anymore by turning mother's picture to the wall, or whatever he says in the beginning.
Turning mother's picture to the wall.
Yeah. Yeah.
This is if we're gonna start moving towards the end here, I think we should.
Well, Arbogast's death scene, right? We got to talk about his death scene.
Well, yeah, that's true. All right, we can go there. Go ahead, Matt.
I mean, I want you. What do you guys think of that? That was another hard thing to film. Actually, Hitchcock got the flu when they were filming that.
Oh, really?
And he said, "Well, listen, it's all storyboarded. Me and Bass did it. Saul Bass did the storyboard. Just follow it." So he came back. They edited a piece to show him. They were all excited, when he came back and he was feeling better. He came back. and he watched the film, and they showed us close up of the hand on the railing. They showed his feet, and they go, "You're showing a killer going in the house, not a guy like about to discover something." He goes, "You made Arbogast into the killer." He's like, "You can't use it," so we had to recut the whole entire thing.
Wow. Could you imagine? They were like, "Yeah, Alfred's gonna really dig
Yeah, this is our. We're gonna put a movie on our
this
name.
Is our shot. He's gonna tell us he loves us.
No, he's gonna bring you to school, baby.
Yeah. Well, the fact that it was storyboarded, how could they obviously took some liberties with those storyboards.
Well, they did. I guess they had power, so I mean,
but that sequence.
Let's just put a rough cut up.
That sequence is so great. I still don't know how they did it. I guess they had like a roofless, like banister or something. You know what I mean? Like,
well, they shot. I think they broke it up, and then I think they put him in a chair or something going down. Like, it's weird. I read some weird stuff. It was a really hard. I think he said that was much harder than the shower scene. Actually,
I believe it.
to execute.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not. I love the scene aesthetically. It's incredible. It's amazing.
He's like floating. He's not even falling.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Think of taking one of your kid's stuffed animals and throwing it to the bottom of the steps. That happens with it. Like, you blink and it's down there.
Oh yeah, yeah.
If you fall down a set of stairs, like, this is a 45-second fall.
Right. Exactly.
Like
it's
a Scooby-Doo, like feet running in motion.
Yeah.
Kind of thing. So but I love how dramatized it is, because it is so intense, and like it's like listening to a song and you're like, oh man, this part's gonna be heavy. I can't wait for the shoe to drop here. And then it's like really heavy, and you're like, yeah, this is what I wanted, because it's just like it's a payoff.
Yeah,
it's the kind of thing that could have been so corny, though. You know what I mean? If you think about it.
Yeah.
Speaking of payoffs, Mike, do you want to go to the end?
I think it'd be cool.
I mean, we glossed over Sam and Lila because Hitchcock didn't really care about their two characters at all.
Right.
Really. He just didn't want to. There was Norman and Marion's story, so.
I think this is the first film. I could be wrong, but this is the first film Hitchcock hid the ending in the script until they shot it. So like nobody knew what the ending was. But I guess if people read the book, they would know. You know what I mean? But you didn't really hear of that until this movie. You know what I mean? And
now, according to Jamie, if you broke into Hitchcock's house and stole the copies back that Hitchcock already bought,
right? Then you could have,
Then you could have read.
Sure, they were right there in his office probably. But I just think that's cool. You know, you'd hear about Scream and like, you know, going into Scream 2, they had to like change the endings and like hide, you know, pages and stuff like that. This is all kind of based on Psycho. You know what I mean? It's kind of cool to think that it kind of started with that, and Hitchcock actually had his crew like hold up their right hand and promise they wouldn't like say what the ending was or tell anybody. You know what I mean? And I think that's such a cool thing that he made them like promise, basically. You know what I mean? And like pinky swear, like you are not going to say anything.
By the way, the one lady who plays the guy who's like, Norma Bates has been buried in Green Lawn Cemetery for 8 years. The guy, the one guy or whatever, his wife. I think she told some like local like news reporter or something. Oh yeah, until Norman like dresses up in his mom's clothes or something. She said like she's the only one who was like she slipped by accident or something.
And then she was put in a car and dropped in the lake.
Yeah, exactly.
By Hitchcock.
One take for her. Yeah.
Oh shit. That's crazy.
But by the way, boys, you got to go back and watch this. I watched this movie 20 times and I never noticed this until this watch.
What?
At the end when he comes through
when he looks frantic and he's like, ah.
Yeah, but he says, I'm Norma Bates. He says that. I swear to God.
Really?
I'm Norma Bates.
I've never
noticed
Norman. That either.
Dude, he comes through and then Sam's like tackling him or whatever, and his like thing is getting like the hair's falling off.
Yeah.
He screams and it says, I'm Norma Bates. Go back and watch it. It is the craziest thing.
Like those cuts, like that's equivalent to having like every kid on the baseball team talking to you at the same time, the end of this film, because like it is so tense and you're so nervous and you're seeing multiple shots, right? Because she's like descending while the other storylines happening simultaneously and you're cutting back and forth. So
yeah, Lila's screaming and Mother's sitting there with
how we missed this.
Yeah, it's crazy. I would pay so much money to jump in a time machine and be in the theater when Norma gets spun around, you know what I mean? And like you see that shot where she's in the basement and the lights.
The fruit cellar, apparently. I didn't get that, but
yeah, but could you imagine being in the theater and seeing that with a fresh audience that had no clue what was going to happen? I would just be so interested to be there and experience that. You know what I mean? It would be so
insane.
Cool.
I would also want to see what they thought of the monologue of the guy at the end. I also want to be in the theater and say, wait a minute. what is going on here?
Right. Yeah.
What the hell? Wait, the
Yeah.
movie's not over? What are we doing here?
Yeah. Now
What
we
do you
have
guys
the shot
think?
of- yeah.
I want to know what you guys think of the end.
Oh, with Norman.
No, yeah, well, no, with Norman, but I'm talking about when guy comes in and he's literally Dr. Richmond's explaining the whole entire thing. Like hits you over the head with stuff that maybe you don't need to know. Maybe you could piece together in your own mind. Modern audiences probably wouldn't want to know it. What do you think of it? I mean, I like it, and I think the actor did it in one take, which is astonishing.
Yeah.
Wow.
I mean, this is the moment though, like that kind of contradicts what I said earlier, which was like, hey, if you missed it, that's on you.
Yeah.
This is a little bit, hey, this is why the joke's funny. I always found it strange that like the explanation, and I take for granted. I know the story so well. I've seen the story so many times. I've seen the movie so many times. It's like, well, obviously that's what happened. You don't have to say it out loud. But I do think, again, this was 1960, and I do think it needed to be said out loud. So I think it's
Just
shot
in
super
case
well.
you missed it.
Yeah. But to me, it's like, we're not learning any new information here. I do really enjoy the final scene, though, and I think that the final scene, like the final shot, wouldn't work as well as it does if that didn't precede it.
I agree with you, John. I think you kind of need to know that information when we do that slow dolly in on Norman, and like it just then it all wraps up, and you kind of need that explanation to sort of to really drive that home, that moment home where Norman is, you could just see he is like completely turned into Mother. You know what I mean? It's like it's all Mother now.
By the way, I heard there's cuts. I don't know. There's like a 3-frame superimposed grinning skull over his face, right? It's like so fast you can barely see it.
Oh yeah.
Do you guys have that? When you watch it, do you see that or do you not? When you guys watched it,
I've never seen that, but I don't know.
I watched it on VHS this week and wasn't paying attention, but I have seen that happen. So I don't know if it's. I also have like a million different copies of this movie on different formats, so
yeah,
I don't know where I saw it along the way.
By the way, I want to show you guys this. I bought this also at the Book Pit. This is the whole entire movie storyboard, every frame of the movie.
Wow.
Wait, storyboard or just like
no.
images?
It's every shot in the movie.
That's cool. I love
all
that.
the way through.
When did you? I don't remember you buying that, man.
$15 at the Book Pit. I don't even know how much this book would be today. I have no idea. This is insane.
That's cool. I've never obviously I was with you when you bought it.
Copyright is 1974.
That's awesome.
I mean,
cool.
I know exactly how the pages of that book feel.
Damn.
Like when you rub it, it's like rubbing a balloon. Like
yeah.
Matt
makes
does
that-
this thing.
Glossy.
It
Matt
says.
does-
Go ahead, Mike. What were you saying?
I was just, you do this thing with a book. You demonstrate for the guys. Every time you pick up a book, show everybody what you do. Watch, ready? He smells it.
Oh.
He
I have an
does it.
obsession. I smell books.
He smells it
print
all the
to me
time.
is like cocaine. Like I
But
just can't.
Matt,
even-
you did it the other day with your notes. I don't know if you realize that. You picked up
Maybe
your
I did.
notes and you opened
It's
them and you
paper
stuck
and
your
print. I don't know what it. I probably did.
It's great, dude. I love
It's
it.
an unconscious, subconscious thing.
I love it. It's so Matty. It's great. It's amazing.
I do. I also love that. When I took the kids to Barnes and Noble, actually when I was looking for that Rue Morgue that we were mentioning, Jamie.
Yeah.
And when we walked in there, my youngest was like, "Why does it smell so good in here?"
It's amazing in there.
And my oldest was like, "It's because Starbucks is right here." And I was like, "That's part of it." I was like, "But it's more than that."
Combo.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's a combo of things.
It's the
yeah.
print and the ink
Yep.
and all that stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's so cool. Yeah, it's
Scones.
a great smell. I love that.
It's cool because after the movie came out, like he promoted the hell out of it. Like he went to different countries. Like he went and it's funny because some people think that he stayed gone so long because honestly he was delaying like deciding on the next project. Like he was so surprised and blown away by the response that he almost didn't know what to do. So he was kind of, I'll just promote Psycho more. He just kept making money, but also he didn't have to worry about, well, what are you doing next? Nobody was really asking him because he was kept promoting and promoting. So it's kind of cool that, but this is like the best, this is the best, what do you call it? The writer, Stefano, said Hitchcock was so blown away by like the response. Like he made this little film and like really quick on the cheap and like this is the movie that you're freaking. He's like, it was like Hitch had been serving extraordinary feasts, meaning like all those other movies, time after time, and then suddenly you decide to serve hot dogs and everyone telling you it's the best thing they ever tasted.
Also, as you're reading that quote, the mask peeking out behind you, Maddie.
Oh yeah, it's right there. It's right here.
Yeah, I love it. I love it. Hitch is like just chilling in the background. It's great.
Well, this was great.
That's
Look,
so good.
I'm glad we did this. I'm glad we did Psycho. This was a great conversation. We should probably jump to 20 questions. What do you guys
Sure.
We should. By the way, Anthony Perkins never nominated for an Academy Award. For
Oh,
this
it's
film.
so sad.
One of the biggest crimes of the
I
film.
wonder what won in 1960.
What actor won?
Yeah.
It's probably Jack Lemmon for The Apartment or something, or one of those dudes. The Apartment won a lot that
Charlton
year.
Heston won the Academy Award for My
Ben-Hur?
Cold Dead Hands. No, yeah, Ben-Hur.
Ben-Hur won? Yeah, that got so many nominations. Listen to Mike. Look, Mike is teasing.
Yeah,
Tapping the
over there.
VHS tape.
He's already tapping. Well, you guys are going to have to understand what's going on here.
Oh, I thought he was
Oh.
typing.
By the way, we didn't give our ratings. Of
Oh
the movie.
yeah. Oh, Psycho, out of 5.
Yeah, mine's
It's
a
a
5, definitely.
It's a 5. It's a perfect film.
Jamie,
Yeah, well,
it's
Go ahead,
okay.
John.
It's like 4 out of 5 for me.
Okay.
Because of pacing or something, Jamie?
It's just old movies. I'm just a simpleton.
Sure.
And movies from that era just don't connect with me like it
I
does.
got
I
you.
didn't grow up with those sort of movies.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Nope.
cool. John?
All right, Jamie, grab your crayon and tell us your favorite
Totally,
scene
yeah.
from Psycho.
Give me color.
Here it is.
There you go.
The best is I love how it's like I just didn't really realize in Riverside you could just like anybody could just randomly pop something up. So with the first time John like threw something up, I was like, something's wrong with my computer, and then I realized I'm like, oh, John's just being.
We've
you
been
know.
hacked. Yeah. Yeah, you've been hacked by an idiot.
John, did you give your rating?
5 out of 5.
Nice, awesome.
By the way, I paired this with Friday the 13th based on the twisted mother-son relationship.
Dude, the connection is There's no way
That
Sean
would be a
Cunningham
great-
didn't. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or the
Yeah.
birds. You could follow it up with the birds too, because there's
Mm.
birds all over this, and they
No
Marion
score.
Crane. Her name's Marion Crane, for Christ's sake, and the
Yeah.
stuffed birds and everything else. It's almost like it was Harbage. It was really telling you what was coming next
I would
without
double
him
feature
knowing.
it with Scream. The
Ah.
aforementioned Scream.
I mean,
just
yeah,
because
I
of
mean-
that intro scene and how that draws direct influence from
Absolutely.
yeah
I agree with that. That's
the
a
main
good one.
character dying so quick and
Yeah.
Jamie, you know what we should do? Our bonus episode on this month is like movies that have ripped off scenes from Psycho. I think like
yeah, that'd be
Obsession.
cool. Yeah.
That's cool.
Are we talking about Obsession? Was that there was a stairway scene? Either way, sorry. 20 questions. Let's do it.
Okay. Hopefully I don't screw this up like I do every time, guys.
So Mike has it on VHS. He was tapping the VHS. So already
Yeah.
there's something to that, because he doesn't have every single movie on VHS. So
And if you, I don't want to like give anything
and
away.
it's not
but
My
if
Bloody
you,
Valentine, because you sold that
if-
one, you dummy.
Yeah. If you think of what I said before, there's a big clue there that I wanted to just remind you guys. Like when we talked about it last, I said something about like I picked this because it's, and I said something, but you guys probably don't remember.
I don't.
So
No.
fuck you.
Yeah. Damn. Is it a '90s film, Mike?
No.
Is it a 70s film, Mike?
No.
It's an 80s film, Mike.
Yes.
Hmm.
He's got lots of those on VHS.
Is it Graduation Day?
No.
Are you sure?
Is
Yes.
it a slasher?
Here's the one.
No, we gotta
This is
think
where it
about
happens.
Oh, here's the question.
Look, it's happening.
It can be a hard question though.
Put your slicker hat on and answer the question.
I didn't answer yet, so you know I'm like making sure.
Maybe you could do it quicker if you had your slicker.
That's true. I guess I would consider it a slasher. Sure.
Is there one lead? Is it a male? That's 2 questions. I'm sorry. Is,
The-
there,
yeah.
is there one lead?
No.
So
What
we're
do you-
talking about an ensemble cast here.
Oh.
Kinda. Not like a huge
Okay.
cast.
Yeah.
Not a huge
April
ensemble.
Fool's Day.
No.
It better not.
That's a big ensemble.
I think you need to ask more questions
Franchise?
instead of guessing.
Franchise film?
No.
Okay.
All right. Is there a mask involved? Oh, God.
Technically, no.
All right.
Technically, no.
All right. Is there like a famous weapon used here?
There's weapons, I would say.
Does it take
The
place in the
mutilator.
summer?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Mutilator, no.
Does it take place in the summer?
Yes.
Ooh, he answers with a question mark.
Yeah.
I'm just thinking it through. I'm almost positive it's
Not
summertime.
Sleepaway Camp.
No.
Is this a movie that you think all of us own?
Nobody's guessing. It was 4 people watching us right now. Someone's got to guess in the chat. So I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Is this a movie that you think all of us own?
Yes. I'm 99% sure that you guys own it.
And it's a pretty big movie because he doesn't tend to choose like little out of the way movies. So it's got to be something that's pretty in your face. We know about it. We've talked about it.
Do you want me to say what I said last week, or is that you guys want to keep guessing?
No, let's keep guessing.
It doesn't give it away. It's just.
Is it a zombie film?
No.
Is there any supernaturalness to this movie?
No.
Is it in New York?
No, it's not.
Where are we going with that one?
Chud.
Oh.
Slasher Steve said Fright Night.
No, because
I'm not. Remember, I'm not gonna agree.
You said weapons though. It can't be Fright Night.
Well, is it Fright Night?
No.
Let's get that out of the way. Okay.
No.
All
so
right, here's my question.
There's no supernaturalness to it.
Go ahead, John. Yeah.
No, I'm just reinforcing for you,
Okay.
Jamie.
Jamie, what were you gonna say?
Wait, so there was nothing supernatural at all?
No.
You said no when I asked that question.
Okay. Because I was going to ask if Tom Atkins is in this.
He is not.
Before 1985?
Before 85, no.
Damn. All right.
This is getting harder.
This might be the longest we've gone, guys.
Was this based on a novel or book or?
No.
Okay.
I was going to guess Dream Warriors, but that's part of a franchise. Man, this is so hard.
I can't believe it. I can't believe this has gone so long. Be more specific. Cammy says. Cammy, you want to ask a question? Go ahead. It's got to be like a.
I agree. Like we
yes
need
or
to
no.
ask some better questions. I think. I don't know.
Is the killer? Is it one killer?
No.
Ah.
Okay.
That opens it up.
Good question, Jamie.
Is it a John Carpenter film?
It is not.
Okay.
Okay. Do people die in this movie?
Yes.
Well, we're really boiling it down.
So it's not supernatural. There's a group of killers. All right. Is it more than 2 killers?
Yes.
Oh my God.
Wow.
More than 2.
Are the killers clowns?
Yes.
Killer clowns from outer space.
Yeah!
Yes!
Jamie finally won!
Fuck yeah. There we go.
Well, you won
Hell
once,
yeah.
right, Jamie?
Kind of by
The
default.
first
this
one,
is my
yeah,
first actual.
Yeah,
Good job,
Jamie.
Yes.
So the thing I said is I picked a really fun movie. That's what I said last week. So I just thought.
I guess the supernatural thing is what stuck with me, but this, I guess, it would be more sci-fi.
It's well, you wouldn't say this is supernatural. I didn't screw that up, did I?
No,
it's sci-fi.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, good. I was like, shit, did I mess up again?
No, because I started to go down this path. After you said Chud, Jamie, actually, I was like, Killer Clown? Oh, no. Fuck. I should have just said it. Damn it.
Yeah.
Jamie, you're brave in the fact that last week you asked a question and I jumped on your question and got the answer. So I don't know why you didn't just say, is it Killer Clowns from Outer Space?
Well, I didn't want to just keep guessing movies, to your point earlier.
Do these clowns kill? Is that what your last question was, I think? Are they killers?
Well, I said, is it clowns? Which is like, wait a second. And then I saw John's lips start to move, and I was like, I got to say the title right fucking now.
Yeah, I was hoping you'd jump on it.
Good. Oh,
That's
dude.
so
The
funny.
popcorn shooter. Love it.
Well, I'm actually really excited to talk about this with you guys.
It's going to be fun, right?
Yeah, it'll
I
be
love
really
this
fun.
movie.
It's a good one. Summer, right? It is summer, right? I'm not crazy.
It is?
Yeah, I don't know if they really say
It
it's
is.
summer, but they're not really
Well,
in
they're
summer.
driving the ice cream truck around. They're going on Lookout Point or whatever. So, yeah, it's summer.
People
Oh
at
my
the
God, we got to
carnival.
yell at
Yeah.
Cammy right now. Look at this.
Never seen it. Hand
Oh my
covering
God.
eyes.
Wow, Cammy.
Well, this is a
this is
perfect
your homework,
excuse.
Cammy.
Cammy,
got-
this is it.
Go watch it. You know what I mean? You're in for a treat. I'll tell you. It's
Definitely not going to get an analysis like Psycho.
No,
No.
we're going
A
from
different
Psycho
kind of commentary
What are
next
you gonna
week.
to
do?
Killer
Knock my
Clowns.
block off?
Oh my
Oh.
God.
Oh, and this is we were just talking about this, actually.
Yes.
Remember when I was like, the Julius scene? Because in this
Fun
movie,
decapitation. Yeah.
he says, damn.
Damn.
It's
Perfect.
great.
Yeah, please,
pick.
when you guys rewatch this, everybody, please, when that scene is approaching, enjoy that moment more after logging this in your mind. Think that quick cut. It's like super quick, and it's a tenth of a second. It's just one guy that says "damn," and it cuts right back to him.
Yeah,
It's so good. It's
that's
so
good. I can't wait to watch for that. It's gonna be
Damn.
good.
Yeah.
Well, I just wanted to pick like a good summer, summer fun movie for us to discuss to kind of kick off summer. So I just thought it was going to be a good one. So
That's a great
Good
one.
job,
man.
James.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Now
good
James
job,
has
Jamie.
to get on. He has
So
to get
Jamie,
on
do you know your film yet, or are you gonna?
Not yet. No, I'm
You're gonna think about it.
Yeah.
Because I literally, as soon as I won, I was like, Killer Clowns. I just like thought of it that moment.
I've had all these movies kind of in my brain, but I want to
Think about it.
finalize that a little bit.
All right, that's cool. Nice. All right, guys. Well, that wraps another off the shelf. Next, do we know when we can do this, guys? Or are we gonna like wait and announce it
I'm
later?
good with Sundays if y'all
Sunday at
are.
8.
Sunday at 8. Is that good for you, John?
Sunday 7:30.
Yeah,
Sunday
I
8.
have-
Do early if you want. Whatever you guys want to do. I don't care.
I think 8's
Yeah,
a good time.
let's plan for Sunday and we'll talk about time. But I think
All right. So we're going
Over on your
to-
channel.
we'll be on our channel. Yep.
Yes, you guys we're gonna be over on the Horror Dads channel, so look for that. And John,
he
I'll
met
teach
the
you how to
Chiodo
do that.
brothers.
Damn, that's amazing.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's
yeah.
awesome. I still don't understand how those guys haven't done another movie, but we will discuss that next week for sure. John, I'll show you how to do this pre-link thing, so you don't panic and have to breathe into a paper bag. You know what I
I
mean?
still will, but let's.
No, it works. I just did it. You know what I mean? So I've done it twice now, so I can walk you through it. It's easy. You know what I mean?
Can't even plug in a microphone. So
Jamie, the way your camera looks right now, it looks like there's like fog behind you or something. Like your
It's
room looks
awesome.
so cool. Like it looks like you have a fog machine just pumping behind you or something with that skull back there.
Looks like the Chiodo brothers directed your
They
image.
did. They're actually back there. Just
Low
breathing really
budget.
heavy.
Low budget.
thanks for hanging, Zach.
Awesome.
Appreciate it, dude.
Yeah, thanks everybody for being on here. We really appreciate you guys jumping on every
Nice,
time we do
Steve.
this and chatting and
That's
stuff.
cool, Steve.
It's awesome. Yeah. So we'll see you next week, next Sunday, on the Horror Dads YouTube channel. And everybody enjoy your 4th of July, right, guys?
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank
Happy
you guys
4th
for
of
hanging.
July, hard dads.
You got a slicker. All right, guys. Everybody, take